out to all you listeners, all you thousands of listeners. Welcome
Millions.
to Field of Threes. Millions. Billions. That's how much the Dodgers are paying their players. Billions. Anywho, welcome. Field of Threes, 5th podcast. Alex Summerfield, and Riley Baker is back after his hiatus / seeking Sasquatch. Ghibli is not here today. I don't even know what Ghibli's doing right now.
I don't either.
He's a busy person, you know. Kind of. I don't know. Anyways, MLB podcast is back for the rundown of the week. And yeah, here we go. It was a fun week. All-star. People are traded. People are back. People are hurt. Teams are good. Teams are bad. Tim Tebow, Bigfoot, all that good stuff. Anywho, here we go. Home Run Derby was happening. Riley, did you watch the Home Run Derby?
I did.
I did. I watched it, yes.
Oh yeah.
I think
I'm more interested in the Home Run Derby than the All-Star.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. I think it's becoming more more popular and more entertaining to watch. I think Aaron Judge is kind of gonna be the Zach LaVine of the dunk contest. He's energized the Home Run Derby, and as long as he keeps wanting to be in the Home Run Derby, I think that'll make it a much more exciting event.
Yeah,
to
he
watch.
made it look too easy.
What? Yeah, I wish it was him and Giancarlo in the final, but Sano was my dark horse. That was a good matchup in the final.
Yeah, Sano's a big dude. He can miss it and it'll still go 400 feet.
I thought it was messed up they didn't count Aaron Judge's one that hit the roof.
Yeah, what? That should have counted as 3.
Leaving, but it should count as 3. Yeah, they should have. Oh yeah. Well, I guess you get bonus time if you hit it far enough. Yeah,
they should put up targets like in random places in not in the outfield, but in the seats in the outfield. Put up like random targets, and it could be like bonus points or something.
Heck yeah, we're revolutionizing everything. But yeah, it's All-Star Game. Cano, our boy Cano.
Our boy.
Me and Julie talked about this last week. He wasn't even on the final vote, but he got in to the All-Star Game. And Loma wasn't. We were pretty angry about that. I mean, I don't know about angry, but it was kind of. Yeah, the All-Star Game wasn't. It was just, I don't know.
I don't care about
What are your ideas
Loma.
for spicing up? You just tried to spice up the Home Run Derby. Any ideas for spicing up the All-Star Game?
I liked how they did like the during game interviews. You know, with George Springer and Bryce Harper in the outfield. I thought that was cool. So just kind of stuff like that would be cool.
Nelson Cruz tried. He took a picture with Joe West. He tried.
A lot of Mariners.
Yeah, the Mariners are just so popular, they're so fun, but yet nobody cares.
Yeah, once they make the playoffs.
Once. Win, Riley. When they make the playoffs.
When?
They should do the thing where it's just what you get 2 strikes. Since it doesn't matter anymore, they should just do 2 strikes or 1 strike. Mm-hmm. So much fun. What else? So Quintana got traded. I thought that he wouldn't get traded just because I wanted the White Sox to keep their young core together, but they got even younger, more prospects.
They got a lot of good players.
I mean, their farm system is crazy right now. But Quintana pitched today. Do you think? So the Brewers actually have the lowest payroll. I didn't even realize that till today, but. Do you think the Cubs and their crazy payroll can... I guess it's not too crazy, but their decently large payroll can catch the small payroll of the Brewers? Especially with this Quintana trade.
I think it's just kind of been a fluky start for them. I don't know. It had, before the break, it had been, almost 90 games, around 90 games. So that kind of speaks for itself, I guess. But it's just, I don't know, because they're pretty much the same team as last year.
Right. You could say that they have the experience to do it, and maybe not catch them, but they'll definitely be in the playoffs and they'll make a big run in the playoffs. But the Royals, we saw this last year, they made it to the World Series. They didn't win it, but same kind of thing with the Cubs, and they're young, and now they're just kind of struggling again. So maybe they've got that
maybe last year was the fluke season.
Yeah, with all the young guys, you don't know. They didn't have too many, but I guess they had Grandpa David Ross.
That's true. They need him back.
He should come. They need a catcher. The Nats got their relievers today, and they're so far ahead in the East, the NL East. This is just kind of cements their spot. Doolittle.
That's
can
really the
finally
only
be a
place
closer.
they needed to improve, though.
Yeah.
Bullpen's been
Doolittle,
bad.
the guy that talks to animals, can finally be a closer again. Right, so we're gonna go on a little run of former Mariners. Abraham Almonte, a 505-foot home run that broke StatCast. Any thoughts on the former Mariner and his triumph?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want him back on the Mariners necessarily, but that was cool to see.
And then Lomo had his crazy. Did you see his bat flip? It's so smooth.
I actually haven't watched that
Home run
yet.
in Miami just kind of swung and flipped it like 10 feet, and it was really smooth. I mean, it wasn't disrespectful like Jose Batista's are. It was just smooth and elegant.
And it's fine because he used to play in Miami.
What? This wasn't in Miami. This was in Anaheim.
I thought you said Miami.
When did I say Miami?
You said something about Miami.
Oh, whoops. I don't know.
Well, disregard all of that.
Briley, do you have any Bigfoot news? You said that you had some news for us.
Well, I just got back from a trip to Yellowstone, and
oh yeah, that's right.
He was not there.
I don't think he could survive. I mean, he's
What?
I'm just saying, there's all those geysers and stuff. That sounds dangerous for a young Bigfoot.
That's
you don't
true.
think he'd
They'd
wanna
probably
go
be smart enough to use the walkways. Can they read? I don't know.
Can Bigfootsies read? Oh, that's a good question. Another good question. Is Tim Tebow a major league quality player? No, he's not. I'll answer my own question. And I was really sad when the executive said he wouldn't get called up today. I think he'll have to eat his words, but he is doing pretty well, and he hit a walk-off home run this week. What are your thoughts about that?
It's just a novelty thing at this point. I don't think he'll make it to the majors at all.
He will, because they're going to be terrible. But he wouldn't make it at any... not because of his statistics in the minor leagues. He'll make it on his popularity. But those are just my simple thoughts of the struggling Mets. Moving on.
That's true, and they've had a lot of injuries too.
He should have signed with a Florida team since he's so big in Florida. But then he wouldn't have stuck with his blue and orange teams, you know. Like he mentioned.
Exactly.
The Dodgers, 9 wins in a row. I think the Dodgers are the new Yankees. They just buy everything. Because their payroll and their management is just off the chain.
Yeah.
I think
except all their prospects are panning out like perfectly.
That is another good point. That's kind of uncharacteristic of most franchises. Not every major prospect you have pans out, but all of theirs have.
Yeah, what?
Is everyone that come up is good, and they have a lot of hype around them, and they still just produce.
Yeah.
But yeah, 9 wins in a row. Cody Bellinger with his cycle.
Oh, yes.
Giancarlo should have caught that, but I heard Giancarlo was going to get traded. I heard there's some... Who knows how real they are, but... Of Giancarlo getting traded...
There's going to be a lot of rumors.
Oh, rumors galore. I don't think the Marlins trade any of those guys.
I don't think anyone wants to. Doesn't he? Because his contract's huge.
I would take that 13. That's.
Oh.
Yeah, but that means you have Giancarlo on your team for 13 years. He's not that old. He'll be like mid-30s when that contract's done. No way, he's been there.
It's not that.
Well, he's been there since they were the Florida Marlins. But he was pretty young when he came.
That's true.
I'm not sure how. He might actually be.
I thought it was like 10 years.
No, it was 13. It was 13 years. I'm not sure about the total, but. I guess who do you think will be the biggest name that is dealt at the deadline? Or have we already seen? It was Quintana the biggest person. Biggest name.
You
think Miggy goes somewhere? I think
that I don't think he'll get traded, but I think he's the biggest name, like, that's most likely.
Yeah.
Like, Stanton would be the biggest name to be traded, but I don't think that's very likely.
Yeah, I think Miggy's more likely than Giancarlo.
Yeah. And then Verlander, maybe.
Yeah, I think, those are the two biggest. Another big name, Bartolo. He's back in the majors. He's supposed to start for the Twins on Tuesday.
Big name and a big man.
Could you be more happier that he's back?
Oh, we all love Bartolo. Too bad he's not with the National League team, though.
We talked about that last week. I wanted to see him hit again. They should have a day. He should do a Will Ferrell thing where he just... not on a bunch of teams, but he should just play all 9 positions. I think that'd be hilarious to watch.
Yes.
The Yankees in Boston had their nice 16-inning game that was protested by John Farrell. Not that what he was protesting had any impact on the game, really. Maybe his pitcher had to throw a few more pitches, but like Jardy said, it wasn't that much impact on the game. Is this Yankees-Boston Red Sox rivalry finally getting back to what it was, I don't know, like mid-2000s when the craziness of comebacks from down 3-0? Is it getting back to that low with Jeter and Manny and Big Poppy? I guess he left last year, but is it getting back? There's not really someone that you just hate, and there's not a Derek Jeter who's just an icon.
Yeah, neither of the teams really have like the lifelong players anymore on their rosters. So they're all just kind of...
and there's big names, but all the big names are young. And it's hard to hate young guys that haven't done anything that disrespectful yet, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's going to take a couple more years, and all these young guys are going to have to mature before it gets...
Exactly. I think the young guys will like start getting the pride of like the jerseys they wear. Because they're both good teams right now. The Yankees are off the charts, but like... they're both good teams right now. And as long as they keep, they'll be aging, and then as long as they keep being kind of the 1-2 top teams in that division, the rivalry will still be what it's always been.
They'll be older and more aware of each other and more angry at each other and more hatred toward each other.
Yes,
I think
the hatred.
It's just going to grow, but it's not there right now. I think that's pretty...
No, it's growing.
It's growing. Madison Bumgarner's back. Oh, we talked about that. And
hopefully he doesn't
ride a bike again
during the season.
They should get him. Oh, a good gag gift would be a tricycle. Oh, that would be hilarious.
Or training wheels.
Yeah, training wheels. Just like that donkey that the Zach Kozart now has. But that's not the donkey that they brought. I thought that wasn't going to be his donkey, they said. That he's getting a different donkey. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. But Zach Kozart wants... Can you train a donkey to be an indoor donkey? That's what
I don't.
That doesn't even.
That seems gross.
Aroldis Chapman kind of sucks now, and no, he was part of the
transition.
But we don't need transitions. He was. Part
it's
of the
just
reason.
Funny.
He's part of that Yankee Red Sox rivalry, kind of now.
That's true.
He's contributing. He's not too much. And there's a lot of transition. That's another thing about that rivalry is there's so much transitions of players. People keep leaving and coming back.
There's no one's been with either of those teams at this point besides like Dustin Pedroia.
True. Yeah.
And
that's about it.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Like none of them have been on the teams long enough to really start hating on the other team.
Yeah. But Girardi was complaining about the Cubs using him improperly during the World Series last year. Chapman has voiced his complaints about that as well earlier. So the Yankees just shut up. They got him back after they got all the prospects. I think they should.
At this point, I think that's just an excuse. It's been months since then.
Chapman's not... yeah, they got him back. They should just shush. And they got all those prospects. Another person from that rivalry, I didn't know we were going to talk about this rivalry so much, but Sandoval was DFA'd.
Good.
I think he ate more donuts than games played during his time in Boston. Should he go back to the Bay Area with the Giants?
They might be the only people that want him.
That name kind of fits him, that's true, yeah. It's the only place he plays well. That name kind of fits me. He should go back. Oh my goodness, another person in this rivalry. Pineda. Michael Pineda. He needs to come back to Seattle, but Pineda's going to have Tommy John, kind of looks like.
Yeah.
I just was thinking about this. Was the most productive player in that trade, the Mariners trade for him and Jesus Montero, the ice cream sender to the dugout and fighting people, and Noesi, was Hector Noesi the most productive major league player from that trade?
Oh my word.
That is a good question.
I think it's pretty equal, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think they all did about the same.
Yeah. But I guess Pineda's kind of the only one still. If Pineda was healthy, though, he'd obviously be the best.
I think Pineda still has the most potential of all of them.
Yes, I think. But Pineda needs to come back here. He's only been good here. Oh, we were looking at this last week, me and Ghibli. Hector Noesi is 13-0, and I think he's in Korea. He's 13-0 in their professional base. Yes. But his ERA is
good for him.
Like close to 5. It's weird, but we looked at this last week. It was crazy. And it made no sense. How is this possible?
Good for him.
Good for Hector. I remember one time I was at a Mariners game, and he had 130-something strikeouts that said on the board, but it was probably his 7th start of the year, and I remember texting you, "Is this right?" But it clearly,
that's absolutely correct.
Clearly was not. More about the Red Sox. Jeez, I did not. This was okay. But Todd Frazier. Speaking of the Sandoval DFA, they need a third baseman. Does Todd Frazier make the sense for the Red Sox?
That makes a lot of sense. Because he's a righty, isn't he?
See.
Yeah, righty power bat at Fenway. Third baseman. Yeah, I think that fits. Red Sox have a good handful of prospects they could trade.
Very much so.
Yes.
All right.
I like it.
Let's get away from the Yankees and Red Sox. No one cares that much. Today, Nelson Cruz jokingly rushed the mound. I think he got that from all those. I think I don't know, some Asian leagues. I'm not sure if it's China or Japan or Korea, but they've been fake rushing the mound. And I think Eric Thames kind of started that a couple years ago. When
that's right. That's what I remember seeing.
But there was one a couple days ago I saw, and the guy rushes the mound and just gives the pitcher a hug after being hit. It was kind of funny, but Nelson Cruz he almost looked like he wasn't joking. He looked pretty angry today, but
I know
he didn't go as far with it. He should have done
giant.
It was kind of awkward.
I think he kind of did it twice.
Yeah, he did it twice, and that just
like
made
he did
awkward.
it the first time, and maybe like Derek Holland didn't see it, and he was like, he didn't see. I got to do it again.
And he didn't run that far. I don't know. He should have run out there farther.
Yeah, it was more of just like the little like intimidation, like jolt at someone.
Yeah.
Should have ran halfway out there.
Did you see the Pirates fan that threw the Cardinals home run ball on the river?
No, I didn't.
You didn't see that? That was crazy. The funny, they interviewed, I don't know who he was that was with him, but they interviewed the person that was with him, and they said that the guy that caught it, said earlier, if he catches a Cardinals home run ball, he's throwing it in the river. That was a good throw he caught, and that happened, he threw it. He should be signed, right? I think that's the thing we're supposed to say now, is that he should be signed by... He should be signed as a pitcher or signed as the...
To the Cardinals, too.
To the Cardinals. Should be signed as an NFL quarterback. He should be signed as the Browns quarterback. There we go. That's the joke I wanted to make. Anyway. There was some talk about this week Zach Britton being traded to the Dodgers and making some insanely impossible bullpen with him and Kenley Jansen.
Yeah, the Dodgers don't need more players.
Yeah, that's such shit. And they have all the prospects and all the young players that pan out to trade.
Right?
Yeah. I think the Orioles are going to be, I don't know about big sellers, but I think they might sell Chris Davis and Trumbo.
Yeah, I think they could trade Trumbo. I hope the Mariners don't try and trade for Trumbo.
No, Depoto's traded him away twice, so I don't think...
I know, that's true.
Yeah, I think that's
We had
just...
Jack Sorensic. That's totally someone you try and trade for.
Him and Chris Davis.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, Zach Britton for the Dodgers. That's just not fair. But the Dodgers will probably choke in the playoffs, so we don't... I don't know. I don't think we should worry, but... Puig will do... I don't know. Something not good will happen. Kershaw will implode. Maybe Kershaw will fix it. Who knows? In the playoffs. We'll see. Maybe they could get Justin Verlander, too. I don't know.
Justin Verlander
or
and
maybe,
Giancarlo.
I don't know. They don't really have any needs necessarily. I mean, they just add pieces. I don't know. But Justin Verlander, any idea where Justin Verlander goes a week later?
I don't think
closer to the deadline. Getting traded. You don't think he's getting traded?
No.
Is there a week closer? I know. Okay, that's your final. If I had to say, maybe the Cubs. I don't know why I just think that. Maybe. I don't know, Cubs or Brewers. I don't know why I think those two. Cubs or Brewers. So Aaron Judge has been quite the entertainment person. No, that's not a good word. Quite the elegant fox of the major leagues lately. Yeah, we'll call it that. And Mike Trout has been hurt. Who would you say is the face of Major League Baseball right now?
It's Harper.
It's Harper.
He's the name everyone knows, and the hair that everyone knows.
The hair, and his commercials. Commercials.
Yeah, exactly. He's on commercials and stuff.
That's true. Mike Trout,
and he's still like
Subway.
Harper's not like the best player, but he's still like an all-star, you know, and he is. Yeah, he's just the name.
Well,
and
who's
the
the best player then?
The best player is still Trout, even though he was hurt.
Okay, yeah. Or did you see Mookie? Did you think Mookie Betts was actually flying that plane with Chris Archer in it, or was it a helicopter? I'm not sure.
I don't
think
know.
he was just more of a co-pilot. But he was in the cockpit. I don't know. I think he was more just a co-pilot. I don't know. Would you trust a rival player to fly you a couple $100,000?
Oh, it's a good question.
Yeah, I think they're all good friends.
Yeah, I think they'd be fine. If it was a Yankees Red Sox rivalry, though, who knows?
I mean, it's not that bad anymore. As we talked.
Yes.
I think that's it. I think that's all we have. Was there anything else you had to say about this week in the major leagues of the baseball?
I just want the trade deadline to come so there can be a lot of stuff going down.
And then there will be a lot of rumors, but there's nothing. One tiny little thing. I mean, there'll be one major move, and then everything else is.
It'll be like Giancarlo's about to go to the Cubs, and then
Giancarlo,
like,
Bryce Harper, or go to the Cubs. Oh, that'd be crazy. And then Miguel Cabrera goes to the Dodgers, and I don't know, some craziness. That doesn't even make sense. But
it's gonna happen.
Something will happen. All right, for the 5th podcast with Al and Riley, and Ghibli is here in spirit. Any last words, Riley, do you have for our podcast number 5? No last words.
No final words.
I think the last word...
Find Ghibli.
The last word should be pineapple at the end.
Pineapple on pizza is good.
Yes,
Don't at me.
Thank you. Bye-bye.